Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Holly. Today I'm reading Confessions, Silly Confessions from Reddit. Let's get into it. I stole 4 years worth of toilet paper at my expensive college. When I was 17, I got a scholarship to a very expensive East Coast school, one that you might have heard of. Anyway, I was so poor in addition to scholarship that I had to work 3 part-time jobs while going to school full time, just to afford a crappy basement apartment filled with cockroaches. I hardly had any money for food, much less toilet paper. The fancy school always had tons of toilet paper, and I found through trial and error that if I used my tiny mailbox key to turn the toilet paper roll lock, it would free the roll. So every week I would go into stalls and take just one of the 2 toilet paper rolls, didn't ever want to leave anyone in a lurch in a stall, put it in my backpack, and bring it home. The keys even worked on those giant rolls they had, the ones where they're like 2 feet in diameter. If I managed to nab one of those, it lasted me a month, but I'd have to sneak it out in a garbage bag because it was too big to fit in my backpack. I did this for the entire 4 years of college and graduated with honors. Good job. My internal honor was blackened by my thieving. I justified it myself that the school was so overpriced and making so much money that they could afford to support the wiping of my ass for a few years. I still feel a bit bad about it, even though it was 20 years ago. As much as they charge for tuition, this is actually pretty clever. The comments say, I did this too, only I found a key in the supply closet and it wasn't good toilet paper, but it was free. Student services are surely a vague charge on the tuition receipt. It covers all kinds of things like TP for your bunghole. They're covered. Oh, this is funny. Okay. I say thank you to the green light every time it stays green until I'm through it. There is one particular light on my way home that I swear when it sees me coming from way down the street, it stays green until I go through it. I know that isn't possible, but I think it just the same. I thought I won actual money. I have a funny confession. When I was a kid, my classmates showed me a fun online trivia game. It's kid-friendly version of Wheel of Fortune or something similar. And every time I got a question right, it would show on the corner of the screen how much cash I had won. At the end of the game, it'll say the total. And because I thought I won such and such, my gullible ass thought that the money would come out of the desktop CPU machine. You know, when you press the button to open the CD hard drive on those old school CPUs? I thought the cash would magically be there delivered after the game. So literally, I opened the CD hard drive to see if a bill would come out of there. I was probably 6 or 7. That's really cute. I play music through other people's unsecured speakers or computer or whatever Bluetooth device they may have. I like to play something unhinged that will definitely get them looked at funny. That's funny. I stole my ex's Minecraft account. She offhandedly said she wanted a Minecraft account so we could play together. So I bought her one for her birthday, but I used one of my backup email accounts so it would be a surprise. 2 years later, we're no longer together, but one of the first things I did after we broke up was change the password. I feel no regrets over this, but my pettiness alone makes me chuckle. I'm the one who yells, bless you, from the opposite end of Walmart because I heard someone sneeze instinctually. I'm this person. You sneeze anywhere near me, we'll begin to bless you. I don't know, it's like compulsive. I have been pretending to enjoy drinking wine for 9 years at dinner parties and work events, and I'm in too deep to admit it now. It started at my first proper work dinner at 24. Everyone was swirling and sniffing and saying things like, a bit oaky, and I panicked and joined in. I said something about tannins. I don't know what tannins are. Now I'm 33 and I've been to hundreds of events where I hold a glass and nod and say things like, this is lovely. Is it French? And people seem satisfied. My partner knows, My partner is the only person alive who knows, and I don't know how to stop. That's funny. I wouldn't be able to do that because every time I take a sip of wine, I make a face like, "Ugh, I don't like wine." I microwave my coffee 3 times every morning because I keep forgetting to drink it. Every single morning, I pour a fresh cup of coffee and then I get distracted by my emails or my phone or just staring into space, and so it gets cold. I microwave it for 30 seconds, sit down, get distracted again, microwave it again. By the time I actually finish my coffee, it's been reheated at least 3 times, sometimes four. I know I could just drink it faster. I know this is a ridiculous problem to have, but here I am, living this life. My coworker saw me do it once and asked if I was okay. I said yes, but I don't think she believed me. Anyone else do this, or am I alone with my lukewarm shame? I do this. I used to do this when I drank coffee and I owned a microwave. I was so bad about this. I still pretend to know songs that I've never heard before. Sometimes someone plays a song in the car and everyone starts singing confidently while I'm just there doing emotional backup vocals with zero clue what the lyrics are. I'll nod my head and seriously, like, ah, yes, this is a classic. While my brain is fighting for survival, trying to catch one actual word, or some point it becomes too late to admit I don't know the song, so I just commit to the performance until the end. I've probably sang at least 200 songs in my lifetime that I don't know. So for the longest time, I thought that the song Panama was Animal because they say Panama, Panama, I always thought it was Animal, Animal, oh, 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 oh. I sang it that way. My husband was like, "What did you just sing?" I was like, "What? Aren't those the lyrics?" I've been lying about being allergic to seafood my whole life. Ever since I was a babe, I've hated seafood, and I have never ever once had a single bite of it, and I never will. It just looks and smells so disgusting to the point that I'd be willing to eat a raw bug before I eat cooked fish. But growing up, if I just say that I don't like or want seafood, whenever someone would offer it, people are always appalled and proceed to besiege me with unrelenting questions as to why and why not try it. So I started lying that I'm allergic, and most back off when they hear this. It's pretty easy to lie to sell to most people in my life too, because I'm already a very sickly person and allergic to so many things that they never bother to remember. I love jump scaring my husband. My husband is a speed racer. He walks fast anywhere, even just downstairs to get a snack. He wants to get there and get back quick. So it's easy for me to know where he's at. And sometimes I won't even have to do anything but stand around the corner. He'll come around quickly and gasp before he huffs and says, "Stop it," before I chase him around. I love doing it. It's like no matter how much I've exposed him to my jump scaring, he doesn't ever expect it. He'll walk around the corner of a doorway and boom, I'm there. I think he enjoys the thrill too, because of me chasing him afterwards. But he gets embarrassed by being scared since I always do it. This is really cute. Oh, that's adorable. You guys are cute. My mother-in-law farted during a fancy dinner. I can't stop laughing. My husband and I took the in-laws out for a nice dinner on Mother's Day. My mother-in-law is a very proper lady and is always insisting on good manners, so this was extra humorous. During dessert, I heard this low rumbling and looked around. It was coming from her. Suddenly, she let out the loudest and longest fart that I've ever heard. It just kept going and going, and even the servers in the restaurant looked around for a second. And then after a while, it finally stopped, and there was complete silence around us. She turned red and said, "Well, excuse me." And my father in law burst out laughing while I covered my laugh with a napkin and pretended it didn't happen. I felt so bad for her, I made sure no one saw me laugh. But as soon as I got home, my husband and I laughed and laughed and laughed about it. That is all. That's so funny. This comment says, now you have to go back there every Mother's Day. Next, get her a card. Next year, get her a card that says, let her rip. No. These were so funny. Oh my goodness. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.